Hello, my name is Joe Scarice. I'm a mortgage lending specialist. I'm here with Antonio DiCiani, commercial and investment real estate specialist. And the subject today we're talking about is where does underwriting and analyzing deals start?
Yeah, thanks Joe for having me. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
So underwriting and analyzing, super important thing when it comes to making an investment decision. And most of this conversation is going to be centered around multifamily, but really it applies to a lot of different commercial food groups. I think the most important thing, and really where it starts, is looking at the market. You can change features of an asset, you can upgrade features of an asset, but you can't change the market. So I think it really starts with looking at the market, picking sometimes a neighborhood, sometimes picking a block that you feel comfortable with, that you think there's promise in, that you think there's upside in, depending on your business plan, of course. But it really starts at figuring out the market, looking at all the fundamentals behind that.
So what are the big needs when analyzing a deal?
Yeah, so when you pick the market and you jump into a deal, there's a lot of property-specific needs, right, for underwriting and analyzing. And it really starts with the most broad, getting your rent roll, getting your T12. So you're looking at what trailing 3 rent growth looks like, looking at your current rent roll, making that comparison, and then trying to figure out collections. Are you collecting rent? Are we in a period where no one's paying? Does that need to be factored into the analysis? And then once you sort of get past that stage, you dive into more detail. You look at things like bad debt, you look at things like actual expenses, you try to break out what's CapEx, what's operational, what's happening with payroll, dig a little deeper into utilities, insurance, and then tax assessments, which a lot of people miss.
So what else is important?
I think what else is important outside of those numbers is trying to figure out what's really going on with the deal. People sometimes don't look at this stuff, but it's really important to understand how are units being leased, who's property managing a deal, how's the leasing happening, is it being marketed, are units being turned around in an acceptable amount of time. Really getting into the nitty gritty are things that can play a big impact in the underwriting and analysis aspect.
So what do most people miss in analyzing a deal?
I think there's a lot of things people miss, probably too many that we could even go into a conversation on today, but I think one of the biggest things that jumps out at me is touring the market. People often don't tour the market. They look at the numbers, they read the OM, they look at the description, they plug their numbers into their spreadsheet, but they don't tour the market. So I think one of the biggest things people can do when analyzing is really know your comps, tour the comps. Can you actually achieve the rents? What concessions are being offered? Who's charging what, pet fees, utilities, laundry, and then really understand the submarket. Every deal is block to block, locations are block to block, knowing what's actually going on.
Some really good information. Where does underwriting and analyzing deals start? Thank you.